Hey y'all, welcome back to Grand Mountain Adventure Wonderlands. I'm Insetic, with me again is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And in this episode, we're going to Dalana. I looked it up. Dalana is pretty much just a county in Sweden, so it's like if you called a level Colorado.
Okay.
You know?
That's cool.
But at least that means it's not totally like made up as, a word or so. And also, if you think this game is getting a little like boring, you're seeing it all, there's some slalom and there's some trick and whatever, the game does do some unique things here. Some cool takes on what you can do for these kinds of challenges. I didn't bring it up last time, but now that we're in parts like 3 and 4, I'm going to the twin tip skis and now snowboard. Again, the difference here is you can ride backwards without crashing, or I guess ride switch, but maybe you have a little less carving. Though I didn't really notice that since I abandoned the carving skis and snowboard pretty quickly, because I like being able to ride backwards.
Yeah, riding backwards is way cooler.
Yeah, and there's no, control difference for riding backwards or whatever. Yeah.
Wow. Did you know that all these trees were flattened by Paul Bunyan? Swedish Paul Bunyan.
Swedish Paul Bunyan? Everywhere has their own,
Bunyan,
myths and such,
legends, yeah. I don't feel... We need a good Paul Bunyan horror movie.
I was thinking, aren't there ones, but they're probably not good.
No, yeah, well, I don't know necessarily that what I'm looking for is good either, but I don't know. Maybe there is a Paul Bunyan horror movie.
I mean that group made that Winnie the Pooh horror movie literally as soon as they could.
Yeah.
So Paul Bunyan's older than that, so Paul Bunyan is,
Paul Bunyan is just an American
idea.
Yeah, Paul Bunyan is just
you could make Paul Bunyan versus Dracula,
Yeah. I like the idea that people are running away from Paul Bunyan and he's he's chasing after them or whatever. They think they got away and then they hear a noise behind them and then you see the silhouette of a big animal behind them. One of them goes, "Oh my god, Big Blue!" And then they're all running away more, something like that.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Jurassic Park where they're in the truck and trying to drive away, and then Big Blue is in the mirror, and its objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah, that was my favorite scene from Jurassic Park, which when I was a kid was my favorite movie. But it would have been my favorite movie.
I know you very well.
Yeah, you do. I'm seeing little sparkles on the map. What are those? Are that things to find?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pink is challenges you have to find before you know about. Yellow is the secret collectibles. And blue is the kind of secret lines where you ride through the rings.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Follow the tracks.
But for example, follow the tracks. Oh no, where's the path? I fell out of the hidden track. Well, if I actually listen to this guy, be careful, this challenge has no gates. And then think about it, it's called follow the tracks.
So you look at the tracks on the ground.
What do you do if you follow the tracks that are there? See, so stuff like this.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You can't
Kinda
see the gates, but
like this.
That's pretty cool. I wish you could knock down that deer.
You can, I just
You can?
I guess.
For a speed boost, you can punch out the deer.
Yeah, you can punch out animals.
This game rules.
That's
all I
on
want.
Steam.
Well, I don't know if it rules $20 on Steam, but it rules.
Free demo for Android iOS, which is just the first level.
Shit, I might have to get that. Yeah, but I won't be able to play Serenahedon sightseeing or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like a bunch of these were already knocked down.
By Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan. Paul Bunyan actually knocked that one tree down, supported it up in the air by those other 2 trees so that he could knock a 4th one down to act as a rail.
Yeah.
Because he was looking out for us.
Yeah, Paul Bunyan's actually a pretty cool dude.
Paul Bunyan knows that the natural state of humankind is to want to do sweet tricks.
Yeah. So
I'm not busting it out yet.
Is this an intimate
Oh my God.
sport?
Maybe we're Paul Bunyan. What? Wait, what? What's an intimate sport?
Is this an intimate sport?
No, because we're... It's intimate-esque, but I mean, we're still skiing, snowboarding, and those are action sports.
That's true. Yeah. Oh shit! You can ride on the lake.
Yeah, the lake is frozen at this level.
I wish I could buy this island.
Yeah,
Like I said,
it's impopsicle. It's frozen. How stupid you are.
If only you had ice skates.
Yeah, because so there's 2 types of control you can do. Bonus control. You can either hit the left trigger on a controller and do a really sharp, carve turn, or hold the right trigger and do kind of like a drift turn.
Okay.
I don't really do the drift turn all that much, but the drift turn is most useful on slippery ice, like...
Oh, yeah. I see that.
But for, like,
God
this
damn,
specific...
fucking rocks.
I mean, yeah. But you
those...
won't really see me using the drift turn outside of that, whereas you'll see me use the carve turn because, challenges start really kind of wanting you to use it as the slalom paths get tougher and tougher.
Were those boats capsized in the frozen river?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, they were all like wooden boats, so I think...
Yeah, the people who died deserved it. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, if a boat capsizes and then gets frozen, especially if it's like meters from shore, I'm sure the people got out just fine. I mean,
they might have. I guess that's true.
I mean, not like people froze to death when the Titanic, capsized, whatever, and not even the Titanic froze sticking out of the frozen water,
Yeah, that's true.
Like, people got away from the site, and it sank, and that water doesn't freeze because it's in the ocean.
That's true. Well,
dude, imagine a world the opposite of like the global warming problem we have. You know, the true global cooling or whatever, where people can then just like walk on the water across the Atlantic.
Yeah. I mean, that's how people got to this country.
Yeah.
Not to this country, this continent.
Yeah.
They walked across a land bridge and an ice bridge. Man.
Yeah, it's like how like the Mad Max series, it's like in Fury Road, they head out into that infinite dried up ocean or whatever, and you kind of just have to realize and accept that is like the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it's not like a mysterious, planet. That's Earth.
Desert. That's not a desert. They're crossing the dried out Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Like a sci-fi future movie or so. Like in a dystopia where it takes place in like a giant...
You didn't tell me you were gonna launch them.
Frozen body of water, and only through context clues do you determine that it's like actually the Atlantic that's frozen over.
Yeah.
What was that movie we watched actually where it was like entirely in a underground bunker? Not entirely. Like it started in one and then the whole surface was frozen over.
2307 Winter's Dream.
Right. 2307 Winter's Dream.
Yeah, the one where like it kept flashing back to his wife.
Right.
And then they did three false flashbacks for how his wife died. Right? Like they show what he initially thinks, which is that the noids, the humanoids, the noids in the movie escaped and killed her.
People did not avoid those noids.
Right, they didn't avoid those noids, and that was a problem. Then turns out that it wasn't just that the noids killed her, it's that the noids stole her baby and killed her. And then they do another flashback later on to tell us that no, actually the bad guy in the movie killed her himself.
Right.
But I feel like there was another false telling. I don't know.
I love that when, the context of what happened literally then goes back and changes the flashback of what happened.
Like it wasn't even that it was like we saw more of the flashback. Instead, we saw the same flashback, but they filmed it again, but changed details.
And it also wasn't even that they tried, they tried to say it was like what he imagined in his head.
Right.
No, because he saw, the government showed him security camera footage.
Right. They had security camera footage.
Noid killing his wife.
And they also had a different false story, the security camera footage. Because of the whole, they took your daughter thing. So they they went back and re-edited it to add new details.
That
to lie to him.
To lie even harder to him.
Yeah. I mean, what a film.
It's beautiful. I think we discussed that with Kind of Friends, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, there's a whole Kind of Friends,
so
two whole videos about it.
One.
Okay, yeah, 2307 Winter's Dream. Great movie.
This feels like one of those challenges that was...
Taking out the deer?
That was designed to have, the camera facing you in the mountain and you get surprised by all these snowmobilers, coming upon you. But again, now stuff is in your way, but also moving because you're deciding to try to get through the snowmobiling club right in the middle of their activity, I guess.
Yeah,
Why are you doing that? Because it's extreme. I told you, this is an extreme game.
He's trying to die.
It just has an intimate feel to it.
King Vasa did not leave any visible gates 500 years ago.
Yeah. So again, you have to realize, what you need to follow.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Do you think King Vasa put those signs down?
Maybe King Vasa is the Swedish Paul Bunyan and he planted all the trees and whatever.
Oh, there's a fucking cemetery, and when you bump into the tombstones, they go...
They're rubber tombstones.
That's fantastic. That's safety first,
Yeah. Why are we making tombstones out of stone? Someone could hurt themselves if they fell into one.
Yeah, if you get pushed or just trip,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of loose soil around there.
Rubber instead, yeah.
Yeah, I want to... you know what would be great? A memory foam tombstone.
Uh-huh.
And then you fall on it and you just sleep. You just, instead of death, you just take a nap.
Yeah, the tombstone double functions as a pillow.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you,
My grandfather is buried here. I hope not in one of these where I do the rubber jiggly
that's just
yellow
it.
tombstones.
Here's the thing, that guy can come visit his dead grandpa's grave, and when he's like, Grandpa, I love you, I want to stay here for a little bit longer, he can just lay down, fold Grandpa's tombstone down, and use it as a pillow.
Ah, yeah.
Right? I mean, just comfortable. It's nice.
Let's get on Shark Tank with this shit.
Yeah. Memory foam tombstones. Oh! That was such a weird sound. What?
Yeah. I know, it was even to me. This is how it's supposed to work. Cars will just push you forward a bit. And not sound like the entire car crumpled when it hit you.
I mean, it sounds like you took a can and threw it into a metal trash can.
I mean, they probably had a Foley budget of $3.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm glad I'm not hearing flesh squelching and bones cracking.
Bones cracking.
Yeah. One day they got into the booth and they brought out raw chicken legs and somebody stood there and smacked them together. and squelched them and then like snapped them.
Oh God.
Yeah.
He's the best at what he does.
Like, I mean, great, thank you. You've got chicken juice all over our studio.
Yeah, and like, imagine if every time I got hit by a car, like, giant blood splatter filled the screen.
Yeah, and then we see the ambulance come, and they don't even take you to the hospital. They take you right to the graveyard, stick a rubber tombstone on you. And,
right. You know, half the time they run you over to get in position to pick you up and throw you in the back.
I did that once in not running someone over, but it was 6th grade, and we had that acting class we all had to take, and we had to do a little skit, or maybe it was improv, I don't remember, but the idea was that like somebody got hit by a car or something, and then I was supposed to be the ambulance driver, and I drove past them and did the like ba-doom ba-doom. You know, and then I like threw it in reverse and boom, boom, to like get the person into the back, and that got a good laugh from everyone but the teacher. Teacher did not like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they had very high standards.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they laughed at this other joke I did. I only remember like 3 jokes I ever told in that class, but I still remember that one of them that did get a laugh was that I was supposed to be miming like I was getting out of a boat. I don't remember what the context was, but I got out of the boat and I start walking away, and then I turned and held my hand up, and then Mitch, who was in the class, got what I was going for, and he made the sound effect of like a car locking. Like when I held my hand up like I was locking the boat. And that worked. I got a laugh. But
this is... Yeah. Jesus, they're trying to run me over again.
They were running over that fence. They went right over the fence.
I remember, I think it was like in college's freshman like orientation or whatever. This is going to be such a small story because I don't remember what I said at all.
I just told 2 non-jokes by verbally describing what I did, so...
Yes, but at least you verbally, were able to describe. Here I'm going to be like, okay, so... Yeah, in that, Sorry, the music's distracting me.
Yeah, the music is great.
It's making me want to dance. Yeah, so in like the whole college freshman pre-orientation,
right.
They had us do different activities, and one of them was like going to the theater and doing like a little like improv thing with the other guys, and I don't remember what I said at all. But I said something, like just some quick thing
and
that
slayed
made
the room.
That made like the RA that was running it just fucking crack up.
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone else laughing, but he like cracked up. And it's so weird because I don't remember what I said at all. Like, I don't remember any context. All I remember is that I contributed something that killed it for that guy.
Yeah. And that I said, that's not a giraffe, that's my wife. And they just lost it. Yeah. And that was actually our first assignment in that acting class in 6th grade was to come in and deliver a joke. And I don't remember what my joke was, but I remember the class really liked the joke, and some kid named Taylor something. I guess it would be bad if I just said his full name here, but Taylor was at the time in my mind like the funniest kid in the class. And he just died laughing, and he was like, dude, you are so funny. And I was like, I didn't realize that I could be funny before that. Like, I genuinely wasn't, it wasn't even like part of my personality at all. And that was like a real life-changing experience for me. And I don't remember the joke. I don't remember what I said that made me realize that, I'm capable of joke delivery.
Damn, I mean, yeah, 6th grade was a long time ago.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I forgot what that joke was within the week.
So we both got stories where we make someone crack up laughing and don't remember.
It's
at
basically
all.
what we're saying is we are funny, but we cannot prove it.
Right.
If you ask us to tell you a joke, we'll just go,
I mean, honestly, if anyone aside from Matt asks me to say a joke just off the top of my head and make them laugh, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Matt is because Matt, I could say I mean, that Mark McMorris video proved it. I could say anything and he'd die.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that sounds like a problem. That sounds like a real medical problem for him.
Yeah. Next time he laughs, he dies.
You know, have you heard the story about Calvin Coolidge and how
Yes.
You know? So I remember I think it was America the Book. They have a version of the story in there that I thought was really funny, which was, a lady, Calvin Coolidge is at a party, and a lady approaches him and says, "My friend bet me that I couldn't get you to say more than 2 words." And Calvin Coolidge turned to her and said, "Fuck you."
Oh, I thought he would turn to her and say, "D's nuts."
Yeah. But
Calvin Coolidge did the original D's nuts joke.
Yeah, I mean, he was famously, like, there would be times they wanted him to sign a law, and then he would, like, write something, and they'd look down, and it wouldn't be his name, it'd be D's nuts. And everyone would be like, "Wait, does that mean it's not law?" And he goes, "Haha, I'm vetoing this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever he wanted to veto something, he'd bust out, the dankest memes of the 1910s.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was a quiet, like, he said few words, but he carried big memes.
Right.
That's what Calvin Coolidge was known for.
Yeah, his nickname was the Big Meme Boss.
Yeah. The memes stop here.
Whatever he did became a meme, not because, he was so clownish or whatever, but because, like, he was so powerful and had such influence over meme culture.
He could simply will things to be funny, and everyone would just change their minds.
Yeah, there was this meme back then called Wide Calvin, where people would take, photographs of him or whatever. Well, actually, he started it. He took photographs and, film of him and squashed it down and made himself wide and powerful and put sick
at the
music
time,
behind it.
That was very, very difficult to do.
Right,
that sort of photo manipulation.
Right.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Speaking of difficult things to do.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, this does not look like the kind of thing this game was made for.
I guess.
Is there a ghost following you?
That's my own ghost.
Okay.
Whoa. That sounded more
sick.
Badass. Yeah. No, if you want to grind on stuff, make sure your actual body is over it. Because, like, the hitbox, I know in other games, when you're skiing or snowboarding, if any part of your ski or snowboard is over the rail, you're grinding on it. But here, that's not the case. Like, your hitbox ends pretty closely after where your body is. So you really need to make sure that your body itself is over whatever you're trying to be on.
I see. Okay, I've got a would you rather.
Okay.
I don't know about. Oh my god! Jesus Christ! You landed on. Is this Minecraft? You brutalized him.
The deer and I ended up occupying the same physical space.
Yeah.
And then I brutalized it.
Okay, so here's my would you rather. Would you rather you hear I don't know if this really is a would you rather. This may be just a you would definitely not rather, but it's still an interesting idea. Okay. In fact, I'll just say the idea. Okay. What if instead of hearing funny things throughout your life, you had the opportunity to hear everything funny that you will ever hear all at once in a way that you can, like, comprehend all of it, and then you just die immediately afterwards.
Huh. Because I like the die immediately part.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you lived for the rest of your life without ever hearing anything funny again, that would suck.
Right. Right. Like, you never know if you're just gonna go deaf tomorrow or so.
Right. But, like, and I'm saying, like, you get to experience everything funny. So, like, anything you might see that's funny, anything you might hear that's funny, anything you might think of. All of it comes to you in one giant wave where instead of canceling it out, it all actually adds together. Right, and you, like, understand everything funny, right? It's not like you don't understand the context of this, so it's not funny to you. It's like, it is funny to you. You experience the level of hilarity you would have normally experienced. But it's all in one burst, and then you just die.
Yeah, like 2 follow-up questions. One, would it be, like, painful at all to die, or would it be, like, you know, funny and then, like, not enjoyable, but not, like, horrible?
Right, like, I don't know. I don't know how unpleasant it is.
People understand that I didn't die painfully or whatever, because I don't want them to be sad that I died suddenly. I want them to understand that I experienced something that nobody else
I'm not sure.
Perhaps.
I'm not sure on either of those, but I am concerned it would be a little painful because, like, I've laughed at things. I've laughed at things so hard that my head hurts. So if I'm experiencing that, but everything funny, like, I mean, I think I would probably shit my insides out.
Yeah, and, like, you're laughing so hard, what if, like, your lungs give out? I've heard, like, you know, losing consciousness due to lack of air is actually pretty terrifying.
Yeah. So I think you would definitely, as part of this wish or magical spell or whatever, you would have to have a guarantee that you will survive and be conscious at least to the end of the comedy. Right? So, like, honestly, it's not like you're going to be unconscious and miss half of it.
Oh yeah, that's a concern as well.
Right?
Honestly, I don't know if I'd go for this.
Right? I mean, I don't know, it's a toughie.
Yeah, I guess put in the comments.
Well, I guess it is a would you rather.
Yeah, would you rather? Yeah.
Would you rather live life as you normally do, or, you know,
experience everything funny?
Or phrased differently, maybe there's a button placed in front of you that, when pressed, would it cause this to happen? Do you press the button?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a thought experiment to think about. And again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.